Oh, hey there. Welcome to the Toastybros office.
Ooh, alright.
Let me tell you exactly what I was sipping on to fuel me to make this video, and that is Focus by Advanced Energy. Focus is different compared to the other energy drink mix companies on the market, and I'm talking to you, G Fuel. They make a really innovative nootropic formula that's designed to give you long-lasting energy and intense focus while also not totally breaking the bank. It has honestly been a game-changing experience, and I highly suggest you all try it yourself by using code TOASTY at checkout or the link in the description down below to save 10% on your first purchase.
So before we get into this really epic office tour, I just want to thank everyone because this office would not be possible without the support of our loving audience.
Sure.
And yeah, you know, we've been in here for like a few months now and it's actually been really good. We had some issues with the internet to start with, but we got that fixed because our landlord is freaking awesome. So let's just go ahead and start showing you guys around. Dude, so this is a mat setup right here. These desks were free, also courteous of our landlord, which is really cool. Someone had moved out and they didn't need these anymore. So yeah, this is actually basically just Matt's desk because as you can see, it's only big enough for one person because we got these big drawers that came with it, which we don't really use at this very second, but nonetheless, Cooler Master came through and kind of decked us out. So Matt's setup is pretty much the same in this regard as Zach and I's, except he does have a different mouse, but we do all have these really nice RGB keyboards from Cooler Master that have red linear switches in them. And then here we have a 27-inch Biotech 144Hz flat panel monitor with a TCL 32-inch TV above that we got from Best Buy.
Now I want to give a big special thanks to Be Quiet. This is their Pure Base 601 with the beautiful side panel window. I actually rebuilt my PC that I have here, which includes a 10-core Xeon and RTX 2060 using this case. It looks really nice, super easy to build in. Come look at this side panel. Side panel removal with the click of a button. It's honestly very easy. Side panel removal with a click of a button. All you have to do is click a button, lift it right out, and boom, you have access to the inside. As you can tell, I put some nice custom sleeve cables in it to match the Be Quiet case. And overall, I'm very happy with this case. And if you are interested in building in this case yourself, please check the link in the description down below. I would highly recommend you consider if you're looking for a silent optimized case that also looks the part.
So basically this is just, like I said, kind of Matt's station. This is also where a lot of the streaming will happen at because we have a tripod here, which a mini HDMI will be running off of to the camera that we are using right here. So it'll be a nice 4K webcam basically. And yeah, this is basically where our 24-hour live, actually wait, I take that back, 20 hour.
20 hours.
20 hour. The extra 4 hours is too hard. And what we have here is my setup now, Jackson. So Zach and I are actually kind of sharing a desk essentially because this is like a full desk and it's big enough for two people. So we said, hey, why not? So this once again is a Biotech monitor as well. It's just like the one that Matt has, except this one's 27 inches and curved and also 144 Hertz. And it actually works really good for productivity. It works really good for having multiple viewing angles. I have this kind of older 24-inch Acer one to go with it because I do kind of need dual monitors. I'm so used to having them, so it's a nice touch. You know, it wouldn't be bad to maybe get another curved monitor at some point, but this works perfectly fine for now. We have the Logitech C920, is that right?
Yes, C920.
Oh, shit, I had it right. We have the Logitech C920 right here, and that'll be for when we do our live streams and such. We'll actually be able to use NDI and actually screen capture over to Matt's computer, so that we can, when Matt gets like wrecked in a game, you know, we can kind of keep it going from there. So for the actual computer, we have in a Cooler Master Masterbox Lite case. We have a Ryzen 2600, a 1060. I think I have like 2 SSDs and a 1 terabyte hard drive. And just, you know, 8 gigs of RAM, just really basic stuff right now. We do have some upgrades coming for it eventually, like a 1070 and hopefully some other stuff, because this is one of the main editing stations. That's another thing that I forgot to mention with Matt's, is that his is for basically streaming and editing, and then mine is also pretty much for the same thing, except I'm not really gonna be doing a whole lot of streaming from my station. And speaking of what I'm sitting in right now.
Yeah, tell them about these great chairs, dude.
So these are LF gaming chairs. Yeah, so we're all actually using LF gaming chairs. That's what Matt's is right here, is little Pathfinder looking LF gaming chair. Matt's is a little bit cheaper because it has the mesh back, but other than that, like the bottom and the armrest are pretty much the same, just the mesh back's a little bit different. His chair's a little bit lighter too. Ours are like 100 pounds heavier, it feels like. But yeah, Zach and I both have the same exact LF gaming chairs. We kind of put them together because they matched better. And also, speaking of the difference of the mice, which I talked about before, check out this Cooler Master one that has an OLED display, which we still have not changed to be something custom, but it has a custom D-pad on the side, which you can do whatever you want, like macros basically. And yeah, you can customize that to say whatever you want. If that's not cool, then I don't know what is.
Now, you might know that we have a manager here at the Toastybros, and his name is Zach, good friend of ours, and we got him this little workstation here with a friendly reminder to remind him to please push his chair in when he leaves, because he does have a tendency to leave the chair out, and hopefully he's watching this. But right now he's using the Pixio PX347C Ultra Ride, which is a monitor that I used in my setup at my house for the longest time, and then we got those monitors for there, and I had a different monitor at my house, so it ended up here. This is a really awesome ultra wide monitor, and it's working out really good for him. We might end up switching to all 16:9 monitors for the sake of better streaming support at some point, but since we're starting up right now, we kind of had to use what we had, and this is kind of a luxury to have. Now, Zach's PC is very interesting. It's using the Entities AI Crystal case, which big thanks to Entities for sending that over. It's very overkill. Let's just get that out of the way. It's actually only running a Ryzen 3 1200 in a 1050 Ti, but Entities was nice enough to send over this really awesome cube case, and we really wanted to give Zach a good starting point for when we do upgrade his system to something a little bit more higher end. He's not here nearly as much as we are right now, and once he gets to the point where he's coming here more regularly, we can upgrade him with maybe like a Ryzen 5 processor, maybe even like a 1060, which is something we might do coming down the line, and make it a much more capable gaming and streaming PC. For right now, it's good enough for him to come in and do some work on, and also some gaming here or there with this monitor.
So this right here, guys, is the benchmark station. This is where like all the magic happens after we do our builds. This is where you always see us playing games and whatnot. It's just monitors kind of crappy to do it on, but this is just like a real basic, I think 21.5 inch, maybe 22 or 23, I don't know. Basic 1080p monitor, and you know, it does the job. So this is the SK621 from Cooler Master. It uses these really cool chiclet style keycaps with red linear switches as well, and they're actually, this keyboard's really quiet, and it's full RGB and everything. It's 60% layout, so very small keyboard, and huge thanks to Cooler Master for sending that over. That is now our benchmark station keyboard. What we have is everything that we could need to plug in. So mouse, keyboard, Ethernet, and HDMI, and then we have a VGA that's kind of hidden back there because hopefully we don't need that. This one right here, I ended up suggesting that we get because I was tired of not knowing like what our builds actually run at. So this is called a kilowatt, and this will actually tell you how much voltage, the hertz it's running at, the wattage, the amperage, the kilowatt hours. So you can actually calculate the amount of electricity you're using and what the cost is. It's very cool, and we can actually see what our systems are running at idle, at load, blah, blah, blah. So really cool thing to have. They're like 20 or 30 bucks. So I suggest you get one if you go through a lot of builds like we do. And now moving down to the next shelf. So we actually just got this switch, which is already kind of peeling up the tape there. I taped it to the top of the router because professional. Yeah. But we have a 5-port gigabit switch, which you can just get from Best Buy. It's Netgear, and it was a little less than $30. So it's pretty cool that it's an actual switch. And then right below it, we have a Netgear, I don't even remember which one. It's kind of like right before the Nighthawk series. I think coming in at like 120 bucks, but it does have 5 ports on it. And I mean, it's a really good router. It has really, really good Wi-Fi. Like we can get it all the way outside if we want to. So, you know, big thanks to Netgear, even though they didn't send us anything. And then right here, we have all of our basic camera stuff. So this here is not camera related, but this is the benchmark drive. This is what we plug into all of our builds that you guys don't really see us plug it in, because we plug it in, we benchmark it up there, and then we take it back out, and then you guys don't need to know anything about this. But we just recently upgraded to an SSD instead of a hard drive, and it's a lot quicker now. These are our camera batteries. This is what goes into this thing right here. And then this is a Windows 10 USB install, Windows 10 Pro, you know, you gotta have that. Here's our batteries for our lav mics, which we're actually using right now. We never really talked about our lav mics, but nobody really cares about them, right?
Oh, they sound good.
Yeah, they sound good. That's what's important. And then we're going to talk about this bad boy now.
So Synology was nice enough to send over their DS918 Plus NAS. Now, this thing is kitted out with 18 terabytes of storage. There's some redundancy built into this thing. There'll probably be some more content on this coming to the channel in some integration style videos coming very soon. But the main reason we got this was because we wanted to have a network drive for all these PCs to connect to be able to save video files that we shoot here in the office, and also be able to transfer files much faster than getting like a USB drive or sending stuff via Google Drive or email. We have a network drive that runs on gigabit speeds, so it transfers pretty freaking fast compared to just passing it around with a USB drive. And it has a room for upgradability. We actually have one more slot open on this 4-bay NAS if we wanted to add more storage. Right now, 18 terabytes using 6 terabyte Iron Wolf Pro hard drives from Seagate. So special thanks to Seagate and Synology for sending this setup over. There's a lot of cool stuff that we're going to experiment with when it comes to this, and you'll see that implemented in some of our videos coming up soon. But big thanks again. This is a big upgrade for us.
So this, guys, is where the magic happens. It almost looks like we're recording a video right now, doesn't it? Well, no, we're just showing you guys it. So this right here is our up-down desk. This thing is actually really awesome. We thought we were never going to get to use it. This is from FlexiSpot. It goes from like, I don't know, 30 inches all the way up to like 55, I think. It gets insanely tall. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go like that, and we'll keep talking. So yeah, this thing is basically what we do all of our videos on. It's really awesome, and it works great for like our backs and stuff like that, so we're not always bent over. And then here, this was actually Matt's idea. We got these kind of like Japanese style paper lights. They don't come with the RGB bulbs. The RGB bulbs we bought separate, and they have remote controls. And right now we just have them pretty much always on RGB mode, plugged into little power strips so we can kind of like universally turn everything off at once. And then this right here is just like a really cheap Walmart shelf that took us about 4 tries to put together, because every time we'd put it together, it would not be square. It was always like leaning to one side, so I had to like take the back of it and use that to square it, and it was really dumb, but yeah. So we just have a bunch of really random stuff in here. We have an IBM Model M. We got this keyboard down here that Matt had, I think, custom made by a company.
Woz keyboards.
Yeah, Woz keyboards. So the really cool keyboard. We're just kind of just display pieces. These boxes are empty, but they're like RTX boxes and Ryzen boxes. This is the Ryzen reviewer sample that we basically just cut and made it like a plaque at that point. Here's like a really, really early AMD processor. So yeah, just a bunch of really random stuff. Here's a hard drive taken apart, you know, if any of you guys want to see the inside of that. We literally just put these up like 10 minutes ago. We have these really cool pictures. So these are basically blueprints that are on like a chalkboard type layout. This is a hard drive right here, which is literally right there. So you can actually kind of get a real representation of it. If I'm remembering correctly, I think this is a Macintosh, just a really basic SketchUp of it. But you know, we got these really nice matching pictures, and they were off Etsy, so big thanks to Etsy for that one. They came through clutch. So as far as lighting goes, we have literally this one light in the room besides our light over there, which we'll get to in a second. And we use this. This softbox was actually over at Matt's house because he had like 2 or 3 of them. So he brought this one in, and this is really enough to light the whole room. I mean, the lighting in our videos looks really good now. It's consistent because it's literally coming straight onto us. We have it kind of hitting the ceiling so that it kind of spreads really evenly. Luckily, this room's nice and light. Like, it's almost all white around it. So it really does help reflect the light a lot.
Now this is a cool addition that I really like about this office. We have this little corner area over here that comes with a shelf and our trash can. But this shelf right here, as you can tell, has a lot of crap on it. Basically, bottom row is like cleaning supplies, some tools. Second row is like cable management stuff, screws, some camera stuff. It's kind of organized here with fans and coolers, RAM, graphics cards, power supplies, even though there's power supplies in the motherboard section. You know, organization here at the Toastybros is not #1 priority, but this is our shelf. It came like this, and it was perfect because we were able to label and somewhat organize stuff. This shelf is really awesome to have in the room, but we also have a closet, which is literally right outside our office, where we store a bunch of the larger stuff, and we're going to be finishing the video in the closet.
We'll be finishing in the closet. This is the Toastybros closet. So I don't even know if you just want to come on in, MTV. You can fit that big camera in, right? Yeah.
Try not to flash some addresses or anything.
Oh yeah, there's probably a bunch of mail addresses in here. Just don't look at any of it. But yeah, this is our closet. It's real basic, but I would say it's probably about like 15 square feet. We have a mini fridge down there, which we keep all of our, see if it's fully stocked right now, guys. Look at that. We got like everything in here. So we have like basically all of our upcoming builds in here. So pretty much anything that we're going to be doing, we put in the closet because we don't want it taking up room, because our office is like, you know, it's a really nice size, but there's 3 people in it. So for 3 people, it does get a little bit cramped sometimes. So we try to keep whatever we're not working on in here.
That concludes The Toastybros office tour. We're very happy with the space. Over the past few months, we've been able to put this all together. There'll probably be some things added here and there, but this is kind of the final form that we want to be in right now. And hopefully you can give us some suggestions in the comment section down below, things you might want to see added to the space.
I hope you guys enjoyed this MTV setup tour. But no, in all honesty though, like I said, guys, thank you a lot for helping us get this space. And thank you for helping us to keep the space too, because if you guys stop watching our videos, then
We'll be on the curb.
Yeah, we'll be out on the curb because we live here too.
Yeah.
Really do appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and keep watching our videos. Hopefully you guys liked our office tour. I'm sure in the future we'll have an upgraded office tour because we're always making upgrades here. I'm pretty sure every time we're here we end up changing something. So yeah, hope you guys tune into the next one.
Bye-bye.